our Home Affairs Minister, Dr. Motsoaledi, arriving in Bushbuckridge, that's in Mpumalanga, to assess service delivery. He will interact with key stakeholders about issues related to his department. Motsoaledi also will monitor the operations of mobile units used to service the communities there, particularly in remote areas, and that's where we find Newzroom Africa's Mweli Masilela. Mweli, good morning to you. There's quite often a lot of complaints about Home Affairs services. Is that something that is happening in Mpumalanga, and just how annoyed are people by such?
Well, I can tell you that a lot of people have come out after hearing that the Department of Home Affairs will be here in Acornhoek to provide those much-needed offices. Well, there's been a lot of complaints, even in urban areas, how much more about remote areas. That is why then the Department of Home Affairs is bringing quite a number of mobile trucks here that will be providing those services to the people, the community members that are in need of identity documents. What we know is that the Department of Home Affairs has about 127 of those mobile trucks currently across the country. But the most important thing for the minister today is to go around and also have a conversation with different key stakeholders about the challenges that people are facing in as far as the Department of Home Affairs' provision of services is concerned. But let me speak to the minister now. Minister, you are here a bit early, and your wish was that people should be getting services by now, but it looks like there are some glitches. If you can tell us more about the main reason you are here today, and what is it that we can expect from your side?
It's not really a glitch. It's what Home Affairs suffers every day more than any other government department. It's load shedding. And many government departments, to resolve the problem of load shedding, they buy generators. Just like us, we do buy generators. Each one of these trucks you see here, all 9 of them, have got inbuilt generators. But we can't start when there's load shedding, because this is what we call live capture. Meaning when you apply here or when they take your photo, it goes straight to the back rooms in Pretoria, where they process it and see if you deserve the ID. And then once they release it to the government printing works, then they print your ID. Now, when there is load shedding, the telephone towers, whether it's MTN, Vodacom, Cell C, etc., they don't work. I'm sure you know that. During load shedding, people even struggle to phone. Now, for us, it means you can't work. You simply can't work. You at least will struggle. Here and there you will. But we need so much data that you simply can't. And we were told that now load shedding here started at 9, it will end at 11. It means the trucks could only work at 11. Even if you put the generators on, it doesn't help at all. And that's the biggest frustration. If there is a department that wants load shedding to end, it is the Home Affairs Department.
Minister, we are in Acornhoek, and I know that you could have visited any area in Mpumalanga, and there's been quite a number of complaints almost all the time at Home Affairs offices about delays in provision of those services. Is there any specific reason why you chose to come to Bushbuckridge today?
Well, we are going to many other places. We are going to many other. Last year, the whole of August and September, I was going out. I started in Eastern Cape, then I went to Mpumalanga, then I came to Limpopo, then Northwest, and today I'm here, back in Mpumalanga. There's a program they've drawn, because we have decided that one of our most popular platforms must be mobile units. Like the nearest office from here is Mala. It's about 30 kilometers from here. That's why you see so many people, because we came to them. We are taking the service to them. So when we leave here, we are going to other areas and other districts. I happen to know that from here we are going to Hertzbande district. So we are going to be all over. And all this time, Home Affairs was waiting on 100 vehicles. We have ordered 20 more, but which are already there. They are already there. But we have ordered another 100, so that by the end of this financial year, we'll have increased by 120%. But I said we are going to increase every year until we reach 1,000, Because in far rural areas, as I'm telling you, offices are very far. And that's exactly what our plan is. So I'm here today because I want to explain to people the plan, but I also want to explain the frustration which sometimes are created by community in order not to be served. Like not taking your birth certificate within the first 30 days and don't come into work to come later and you do what is called an LRB or late registration of birth, which is a very tedious, lengthy process. So we're coming to explain such things to them to make their life easier.
Minister, now that you are here, let's talk about, we're going to a very busy weekend, the Easter holidays. Are you going to have any operations? And talking about the borders, maybe Acornhoek and Libombo, there's been concerns about them being porous and at the end of the day contributing in some of the criminal activities, and some people even able to cross or leave the country without proper documentation.
I'm sure your TV station was there at OR Tambo International Airport on Saturday when we were announcing and displaying what we have, that from the 1st of April, the BMA, the Border Management Authority, is now a stand-alone entity. All this time it was a branch incubated in Home Affairs. It has now finalized the incubation. It's a stand-alone entity. They are in charge of the borders. And if you want to know anything about their plans, you go to the commissioner of the Border Management Authority, Dr. Masilela. But what I can tell you is that the program for the whole Easter, they've presented it to the Portfolio Committee of Home Affairs last week about everything that is going to happen over the whole Good Friday period. And the Portfolio Committee was happy about the plan. It encompasses all the things that you were mentioning here.
All right. Thank you very much, Minister, for talking to us. Mweli, that is the Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Motsoaledi, well, actually explaining what has led to the delays here. The glitches are due to the issue of load shedding. Well, he's saying it's not glitches. Load shedding affects them a lot, even though they've invested on generators, but they can't be able to connect to national office and update in as far as capturing that information is concerned. Well, going to the Easter weekend, is saying that the Border Management Authority is fully in charge in as far as every activity that is happening there is concerned. But will continue monitoring the situation on the ground and also speak to some of the community members that are here about their frustrations and whether the visit by the minister is actually going to assist in some of those concerns that they are raising.